Okay, welcome back, everyone. We've got Snake once again with his final run. That's Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. So, Snake, whenever you're ready, just count me down and we'll start.
Okay. Yeah, this is Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty on PS3, 80% no debug trigger category, meaning that we don't actually do some very weird out of bounds in the first level, which pretty much puts us at the last level. We don't do that, and we do pretty much we do all levels, and yeah, which is roughly 30 minutes, or well, record is roughly 18 minutes, but I would need something like a little bit more than that. And the debug trigger category is roughly 4 minutes long, I think. Yeah. Anyway, time starts once I gain control of Ratchet. So once I load this save file, there will be a small loading screen, and then I'll say when to start. Okay, the time starts now. Anyway, right off the bat, we're shooting some guys to gain some XP for our pistol. XP is actually really important. Like the XP routing for all our weapons we're gonna use during this run. And right off the bat, I'm gonna do a trick where I'm gonna climb up here into that kind of fence where we're not supposed to stand at. Because in this game we can climb onto the things we're not supposed to, and then Ratchet will just get stuck and we'll be able to climb up after a couple seconds of standing in that lit position. And actually we're gonna do that same thing once again by climbing on this one. And then we're gonna do the same thing on up here on the second ship, and that's pretty much the end of the first level. There's gonna be, I think, 6 levels in total. Yep, 6 levels. Also, because this is a game about pirates, I have a pirated version of the game! Surprise, surprise! Where, for whatever reason, the dialogue is first on some weird language, I don't know what language it is, and then sometimes it's English, even though the voices will always be on English. Like, that's happening because of the pirated version of the game. And you can also notice the pirate on the face cam, or well, webcam slot. So right here I'm gonna go into the menu and take the gadget called Swing Shot to do a little skip here. So basically we're gonna jump into the range of something called a Swing Shot node to what we can attach to, and basically we can skip a bit of platforming that way. Also, it is required to do some really precise double jumps around here to get up and across those gaps. Also here I did a very weird double jump around just so I can get around the cutscene trigger. And then swim all the way around it. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of platforming here. And now I'm gonna try to get out of bounds here by doing a very weird jump here to glitch out. And now we're gonna go all the way down and do some swimming. I have to be really careful here because there's a lot of death planes here, and it's also very easy to go back in bounds by accident. We do some careful swimming. We get all the way over here, dive down a bit, and then go back up, and just swim forward. Until we eventually hit a black screen, which is also end of the level. So yeah, we basically end the level by hitting the trigger for it, while being out of bounds. And within the levels we always have these little cutscenes. They're roughly 45 to 50 seconds long. Even a minute, I think, sometimes.
Do you even know where we're going?
Of course I do.
I would say the first 2 levels are extremely simple. And this 3rd level is gonna be a bit of a trouble, and level 5 is also gonna be a bit troublesome, but I think I won't waste too much time on them.
Hanukkah gift from me mom it was.
Arriving at destination on right.
But yeah, here's another cutscene actually, before we can gain control of Ratchet. Yeah, so Morrow Caverns. I actually forget the name of the levels. First is Azorian Sea, I think. Second is Ulefar Island. And the third is, yeah,
Still don't understand
Morrow
why
Caverns.
he flagged to find Darkwater. Didn't you help him hide the ship?
Well, I was a bit sauced at the time. Woke up 3
And yeah, it's worth mentioning that levels have stages. Like, for example, you go from point to like halfway of the level, where we have to trigger some sequence, and then we have to come all the way back, which is going to be the case with this level. We have to go, do something, and then come all the way back. So, and we will be actually traversing through parts that we need to visit, like, during the second half of the level in the first part. So I'm gonna go into the control here and change settings to lock strafe, because it makes some of the tricks here easier. Also, this trick is one of probably the hardest tricks in the run, because it requires a very precise double jump hyper strike to get into a specific position here. So yeah, excuse me if it's gonna take a while to get this down. Now I got it. And we basically do a double jump to get up here. Now we're gonna do some out of bounds jumps. I'm gonna glitch out of bounds here. And then I'm gonna do a jump here. I hopefully get it. Yes, I got it. Nice. If I was to fall down, I would have to reload the save, because it would fall down for roughly 30 seconds before dying, because there's absolutely nothing down here. I guess they'll just kind of planted some weird, very weird death plane all the way down. That's like really below the map. Also, shoutouts to Insomnia Games for being absolute chads and just supporting speedrunners all the time. Yeah. Now we are back in bounds, and we're actually supposed to use this way to return, but we are actually gonna use it to progress. So double jump to get there, and then we're just gonna go to the ship. Walk here. Then do another double jump hyper strike to get up here and fail. Oh, I know I'm struggling with this. This is not supposed to actually be that hard. Now I got it, finally. I know I struggled with that for so long. And now we're gonna go back into the settings and change back to third person, because we don't need the lock strafe anymore. So now there's a specific frame perfect 1 in 60 trick which saves roughly 5 seconds, which allows us to basically skip these you got the X weapon cutscenes. And I didn't get either of them, which is fine, because usually most of the time you'll, like, the chance of getting them are really small, because it's literally a 1 in 60 trick. So another precise double jump across that gap and a hyper trick. I got pulled out a bomb, because we need to level it up here a bit. Basically, yeah, we used to go through here, if you noticed, a little bit before, but now we're using that to just casually backtrack to the start of the level, because we need to finish it by going back to the start. Just gonna throw a couple bombs to get rid of those guys. I'm just gonna get here and attempt a specific skip. So here coming up is a mini boss which we can skip. And I'll try to do a specific little skip here. Yeah, I got it. Nice. So basically what we do is... oh, I forgot to... Oh, somehow I managed to actually get more XP than intended. That's weird. However, so I'll just continue how I should. That actually might mess up the XP routing. I'm gonna explain in a second why. Like, you're supposed to kill this guy with a pistol, but I didn't because I got a level up there. But yeah. Basically, we also need to watch carefully for our XP. Like, the health XP, because our health XP gives those huge nanotech blasts, which kills a bunch of surrounding enemies. So we're gonna use that in the next level coming up to just kill a bunch of enemies quickly. That may just screw up the routing, sadly.
Scourge of Polaris and winner of Zordoom Prison's semi-annual beauty pageant.
Like, the fact that I leveled up the pistol there by accident totally confused me and I didn't know what to do.
Hundreds of undead pirates were now free to roam the planet.
I don't want to lose too much time, I'll only lose a couple seconds due to bad routing. And the fight here. Yeah, those explosions will only be relevant in this very level, because this very level is gonna be pretty much only fighting and a bunch of dialogue and cutscenes. But yeah, this is level 4, so we already beat half of the levels, but there's still pull any left actually, because these last 3 levels are actually longer than the first 3 levels. Also, yeah, Ratchet just casually talking to an invisible NPC there. Sometimes that NPC is invisible and sometimes not. I do not know what exactly caused that to happen. Also, these 2 specific weapon upgrades we cannot skip for some reason. Like we don't have the opportunity to do a frame perfect skip. We can also open and close the menu to skip those cutscenes whenever we get the upgrade, and those are not frame perfect. Those are quite consistent.
The rumor's a troll! Save yourselves! A fine crew you got there, Darkwater. Makes me sad I had to kill all those fools.
Like, yeah, that's the problem with the XP routing. Because I was supposed to do that explosion much earlier to kill more enemies. Also, I'll often go back and break these ammo crates. Except I didn't get the ammo, I actually got the ammo for the bomb, which might be a bit problematic. Can I improvise? No, not what I want to throw. Jesus Christ. This is terrible now. Nothing's going according to the plan. Okay, now I'm getting ammo for the pistol, which is what I need. Yeah. So basically that's the first half of the fight done. Basically the level ends once we destroy both sides of this ship. Basically this ship has 3 cannons and we have to destroy those cannons on both sides. Basically we're gonna exit and enter the cannon a lot just so we force these ship cannons to open. Because they close after shooting them for some time. I'll have to do some weapon swapping here because I screwed up. So I'm gonna kill that last guy with the bomb, and I'm gonna wait for these 2 guys and kill both of them with a bomb. I'm gonna open and close the menu to skip up the cutscene of upgrading the weapon. Come on, just kill someone. Jeez, I hate this fucking game. I have to wait for ammo because I need to level up this up. Nice. Got the ammo I needed. Okay, now we're back on track. Also, enemies are prone to getting stuck in here sometimes. It can be quite funny. But yeah, this fight is going absolutely terrible. Okay, somehow that worked out in the end. But yeah, we just destroyed this ship and that's pretty much the end of the fight. Or all the cannons of the ship, if you want to put it that way.
Let me guess. Union regulations.
And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the fight. Now there's just a bunch of dialogue and cutscenes coming up.
You saved us all, stranger.
Ratchet, come in. I was able to boost back to the island alone. Guess I know how Clank must feel.
And now we're just gonna talk to the smuggler and the parrot who wants cold hard cash. And we're off to the level 4. Actually level 5,
Smuggler
not
was
level 4.
true
We just
to
beat
his
level 4.
word. So with the Fulcrum Star within his grasp, and without even stopping at a pub, our hero
Yeah,
sailed off into
good run so
the
far except for that fight. I just lost like a whole 40 seconds probably. To really bad XP routing because I got caught by surprise at the end of level 3 with the XP routing. Like it's all the fault, and like I blame the XP routing on everything for confusing me there at the end of the level 3.
Hope of finding Clank. I'm not leaving Murdergraw without it.
Anyway, we're approaching here at the start of the level. Smuggler wants to actually give us some weapons, and yeah, we can actually attempt a frame perfect trick of skipping one of those cutscenes.
Customer go without a little extra firepower. Now, why don't you take these weapons? I just found them floating out near Hulafar Island.
And I failed both of them. But it's fine because there is a bigger chance that you'll actually fail them than get them. So we're gonna pull out something called nanoswarmers, and just gonna throw all our ammo, and except for one. We're gonna leave one ammo actually. I'm gonna explain you a bit later why. Also, I'm trying to get this jump. Gonna throw another one here, and just gonna keep going. Like we're gonna keep one nanoswarmer ammo for a specific trick. It's gonna do another small skip here. I'm doing a precise double jump and shock ravager and fail miserably. But yeah, I was supposed to do that and just land on a specific part of collision.
That skull has to be Darkwater's treasure room.
Darkwater must have had a way across the lagoon. Come on, we gotta check out the island.
I'm gonna attempt it again. And now I got it. Now I'm just gonna do this and get into the cutscene, which puts us here. Now, when it comes to nanoswarmers, all ammo except okay, nanoswarmers work in a way that when you throw them they bounce off the wall, but if you have one ammo left, that last ammo will actually not bounce off the wall for some reason. And we're gonna use that so we can throw that last nanoswarmer into a very precise position and use it to clip, and this fails. This fails miserably. Yeah. Sometimes, like, this clip is really inconsistent because sometimes I attempt to throw a nanoswarmer and it'll just land on a place on which will just get me stuck in here, and I can do nothing but wait until it disappears so I can defuse to get the ammo back. Like, that's like, you can get 4 kind of different possibilities when trying to do this trick, but I just get the worst one. You get 2 clips, 2 different types of clips, and both work. You can clip out or you can just get stuck. And I got stuck, which is like the worst and loses the most time. But yeah, I pretty much have to die now. So I can attempt again. Attempt again. Just going here. Okay, that should work. Okay, we clipped. Nice. And now we're just gonna do some out-of-bounds stuff. Okay, that's weird. Basically, this level has 2 parts. The underground one and the one we're at right now, like all the way up. But we're gonna actually simply do that to get underground to the second part of the level. And now here's a little fight with a mini-boss, and we're gonna pull out something called the Predator Launcher and tell the boss that he stinks and he should wash his feet. Yeah, the dialogue unironically says something like that. I'm actually not kidding. Now we're just gonna kill the boss. And yeah, the elevator opens, and that's pretty much completes the level. All it takes now is to get back to the ship. And then we are pretty much onto the final level, and yeah, the final boss awaits us there.
Hey there.
Also, for some reason, the X button was standing on the wrong dialogue option. I don't know what happened there, but never mind. Anyway, on to the last level of the game and the last
Having
cutscene.
escaped the dangerous dangers of Darkwater Cove, our hero had one final chance to recover the star. But the courageous Captain Slag had no
And you can
intention
now
of
see
going
weird
quietly.
dialogue again,
He took
which is
the
on some
Lombax's
other
female
language. I don't know,
friend
Italian,
captive,
Spanish, French. They all
which of
sound the
course
same to me.
multiplies the drummer
Any
by
French experts in the chat?
4.
Prince, what have I told you about using math? That there's grounds for a plank walking.
Sorry, Captain. And now, the final chapter in our gripping
Time for the final
saga.
chapter.
Events do not occur in real time.
Anyway, we're gonna get up here, so we can get on the ship earlier. We're gonna do it by simply doing a double jump and shock ravager, so it can give us a bit of height. Like, it's actually faster to just wait for the ship to go to the end, but we're actually doing this for a specific reason I'll name later. Now, pull out this, and I'm gonna go to control options and choose lock strafe. Now it's time for the final boss, who has 4 phases, so we have to fight him 4 times. We're just gonna go around and shoot him. Nothing unusual. Gonna get some ammo here. Now we're gonna do the same glitch we used to do in the first level, except this one for some reason is much harder than the others. Like being able to stand here on this thing here. It's extremely precise. Like there, I just keep falling off, I can't do anything. And now I got it, finally. Now I'm gonna pull out the Predator Launcher because we need to level it up. And we'll level it up during the second phase to level 4. And now we pretty much have to wait here for the boss to just do his sword attacks. We can't really do much, we have to wait for that, and then he'll spawn some small enemies which will drop skulls, and we have to throw those skulls at the boss. So that we can shoot him and damage him again. Yeah. So basically the strat for leveling the weapon is waiting for one small enemy to spawn. And we do one shoot of this, and then we do one shoot of this to level the weapon. Oh, and I forgot to open and close the menu again. That happens. Wish Ratchet to pick up the skull. I like how he just moved out of the way, but it's fine. Now we're just gonna shoot him until we finish the second phase. There are 4 phases of this fight. I don't know if I already mentioned that. It's important to not die because it'll mess things up. Like, it'll lose us a lot of time if I die. We're just gonna chill here until we get to this next ship. Then we're gonna just double jump across and use the shock ravager, and barely survive that. If I died there, that would have lost a lot of time. So we're gonna shoot this guy twice, and use the Predator Launcher to get more XP for the Predator Launcher, because we need the level 5 before fighting the last phase for just, you know, so we can kill him quickly. So now here's the third phase, which is pretty fast. We'll just shoot him here, and then he just leaves. And now we're gonna kill all these enemies that are up there to get the Predator Launcher to level 5. Still gonna fire a lot. There's 2 enemies that are gonna spawn more. One that's gonna come right now. And now we got a level 5 and we're gonna die. Now, because we didn't like get on the first ship once we we skipped the first checkpoint, which is once this ship lands. That's the thing. And because of that, all the checkpoints are deactivated, and when we die, it'll just warp us straight to the start of the level. And this is now the phase 4 of a fight. And here comes the interesting RNG part. Basically, we can skip all of his cycles this way, but he's gonna go to this ship. And the catch is that he's actually the only way for him to come to us is actually RNG dependent. Basically, he has 3 different attacks, he needs to get he needs to give us an attack in which he swings his sword, because when he does that, he's forced to come to us. So we basically need that specific attack, and it's 1 in 3 chance, except when you lose 2 minutes to him just combining the 2 attacks you don't need. But yeah, now we are just waiting for him to give us the sword slash attack, because that forces him to come to us. So basically we can just spend a minute or 2 just simply waiting here. And it's not like even our fault, it's all RNG. Some people get it first try. Okay, he's coming now. We have to throw 1 here, and we have to kill him quickly, because if we don't, he's gonna leave and gonna activate the cycle, and he'll be stuck on the other ship. So we're just gonna spam, and be ready for the time, because once his HP reaches 0, that's time. Time!
No! The Fulcrum Star is mine! Me buddy, look what you've done!
It's 24:37.
Nice. Roughly a minute and a half off my PB.
Very nice. And that actually puts us, for the first time, I think today, actually slightly ahead. Well, I mean, the next one is due to start in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Which is nice, because not like 2 hours ago we were behind.
Oh yeah,
And
that's nice.
so, after
I know they
several
were like
lengthy shots
only a
at
couple
the
minutes
Union
behind when
force,
my run started.
the Lombax destroyed the Union between Captain Slag and Darkwater.
Anyway, anything else you have to say, mate?
No, if you don't have any final remarks, I mean, this was your last run, so...
Yeah. Anyway, that was Quest for Booty. Yeah, Ratchet games are usually called after some sexual stuff. I don't know why. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the run. That was also the last run for me, and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Next up is Bounce, I guess?
Yep.
If I'm right.
Yep, it's bound.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll transition and we'll be back in about 5 minutes with Bounce.
Okay.